to the flag, and the Cookout Clash is underway.
Well, took you long enough.
After being delayed by several days due to snowy weather, the Cookout Clash was finally taken care of, won by Ryan Preece. And with the Daytona 500 just right around the corner, wait, that's tomorrow? Some of the drivers in the Cookout Clash were in different rides compared to last year, so I should probably get those touched on before the Daytona 500 sneaks up on us yet again, and everyone is constantly asking me, where the hell did they go? Why are they not in their previous rides? So alright, let's just get this taken care of. Trackhouse's founding driver is off the docket. He ended up departing the 99 car and went over to Spire Motorsports to drive their number 7 after Justin Haley dropped back down to the Craftsman Truck Series. This is an interesting move, and as far as I can tell, other than that random stint in 2020, this is Daniel Suarez's first time in not top-tier equipment. So we'll have to see how he can do with his back up against the wall a little bit. If this sounds familiar to you at all, it's because Alex Bowman did the exact same thing, departing the 88 car, but staying with the exact same team. In his case, it was Hendrick Motorsports in the 48, and in Shane Van Gisbergen's case, it's in the Trackhouse number 97. So, same song, second verse. Connor Zilisch is kind of in the same boat as Kyle Larson, in the sense that they're taking over cars previously driven by drivers that are now their teammates. But unlike Kyle Larson, Connor Zilisch is not a 4-time Cup Series winner who said a racial slur during an iRace. He's a rookie who won 10 O'Reilly Series races but still somehow lost the championship. Thank God the format changed. I really only picked this because I wanted to talk about something that had absolutely nothing to do with Trackhouse, but to be honest, this is actually quite relevant. 2025 saw the rise of Corey Heim, who won 12 Craftsman Truck Series races and just managed to square away with the championship after going 7 wide on the final restart. And yet somehow he almost wound up with no ride at all in 2026. Thankfully, 2311 Racing managed to ink Corey Heim for a couple races in the Cup Series. About 12, I think. Really, again, Corey Heim just needed something to do, and I was desperate to talk about something that had nothing to do with Trackhouse. Okay, wow, that segment was short, but let's talk playoffs. Before, the playoffs used to be a run in 3 micro seasons, followed by a 1-race finale, which produced questionable results. I mean, really, the only results that people were universally happy about were the 2017 and 2021 results. Why did I almost say 2019? But as you can tell, in the latest couple of seasons, it really started to wear people down. Joey Logano somehow became a 3-time champion, and Kyle Larson somehow won an undeserved championship despite being one of the more popular drivers. So, what did NASCAR decide to do? Well, after getting sued for trying to beat their teams into the ground, they were forced to make a couple of changes. One of which was combining the 3-4-ish rounds in the playoffs into one 10-race sprint called the Chase, which they had already done previously. Why did they go away from this to begin with? Oh yeah, the lawsuit. I almost forgot about that. In late 2024, 2311 and Front Row Motorsports combined to basically file an antitrust lawsuit against the sanctioning body of NASCAR on anti-competitive grounds. The main kicker for this was NASCAR provided them a new charter deal at 6 p.m. Understandable. They wanted it signed by midnight the same day. Pretty much every team immediately signed it, panicking about the deadline without even reading the date. But 2311 and Front Row did not agree with this at all, filed a class action lawsuit by basically calling out NASCAR for overstepping on every scale possible. A bunch of tweets and emails and stuff was leaked. People talked about flogging Richard Childress, of all people. The judges ultimately agreed that, yeah, NASCAR is a monopoly, so let's get the actual charges on the charter deal taken care of. Ultimately, everything was taken care of. The charters are now permanent, so drivers don't have to worry about potentially losing their rides because the teams fold randomly. One of the other changes was the aforementioned chase format returning. They used this from 2004 to 2013 in a couple different ways, and it's now returning here in 2026. And thank God! I was really getting sick of the elimination style playoffs, and I actually liked that at the beginning. But I digress. We should really get to who I think the main finalists will be for the chase. I don't think it's really going to be a surprise that I say Kyle Larson is going to be the guy who is he's the guy to beat for 2026. I don't think there's any refuting that. He won the championship in 2025 for some reason, and if someone actually put together a chart of some kind where if they had undergone the chase format for 2025, Larson would have won the title anyway. So if anyone's riding away from momentum, it's Larson. So yeah, he's going to be the guy to beat. And the guy he did beat, in my opinion, is going to make a massive comeback. Denny Hamlin has been through way too much over this offseason to not want to stick it to NASCAR and the entire world around him. He lost the championship. He was dragged through a lawsuit that really should never happen in the first place. And then he loses his father to a house fire. Like, it could not have been a worse time to be Denny Hamlin. But I don't think that's going to deter him. I think he's going to fire off even stronger than he did in 2025. And that's saying something because he had like 6 wins. Denny Hamlin is my personal pick for the championship, just like last year. But honestly, I think this year I feel even stronger on that. Other drivers that I think might be competitive are Chase Elliott and William Byron, Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe maybe. He had a pretty good 2025. Reddick might bounce back. That would also be fun to see. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Play Mario Kart World or something.